What's up guys, I'm going to do another Call of Duty Black Ops 4 video, and today's video is really exciting. We have new teasers for Season 3 of Black Ops 4, as well as a new teaser for a new addition to the Blackout map, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff coming up soon with Black Ops 4. So we also have news about League Play and how Vaughn talked about League Play and kind of Treyarch's reasoning behind delaying League Play and all that stuff, as well as those teasers. So this is really exciting. So first off, let's start talking about League Play. So last night, Treyarch Studio Design Director David Vonderhaar went on Reddit and he answered a bunch of questions on a bunch of different threads on the Black Ops 4 subreddit. And one of these questions was why Treyarch can't just bring Black Ops 2's League Play system into Black Ops 4. And Vaughn says, "I like that you liked League Play in Black Ops 2, but to say it wasn't broken is inaccurate. I choose to accept the word broken in this context as having things in it that didn't work so well. It had plenty of design defects, and it was this community that gave us feedback on those design decisions that we banked both then and then again more recently." And he also said that they're planning on doing a video developer update soon to address the topic head on about League Play and a little bit more details and stuff about it too. And Vaughn even continued to say that League Play is taking and / took longer than they expected because they say that they're addressing the community feedback on it in advance of launching it. Thus, when it does come out, it will more closely match your expectations of what it is and how you think it should work. We are doing the very things you gave us feedback on that we agreed made sense for the game we have now versus the game we had when I stood on stage and told you League Play was coming back at the multiplayer reveal event. It's simply a software development reality that can be hard to understand if you aren't a software developer. The development of major game systems like this one takes a lot more time than most other features. The people who can develop this type of system are not the same that develop other features. The argument, don't do this thing and do League Play, is rarely a solution to getting something done faster. The people who do this are doing it. The people who do that are doing other things that are experienced and qualified to do. He went on to say, "No excuses here. We designed our competitive features with the goal of expanding the competitive audience and players. We got feedback from that community on our approach. We are adjusting accordingly. We've invested a great deal of time, effort, and resources in our competitive features and systems over the years, and with this game, we keep pushing and trying to find new ways to make it bigger while still not overly alienating the current competitive community. This is very hard to get right. The very nature of competition can also make it inaccessible to the mainstream." And then in another comment, Vaughn says that he takes accountability for League Play. He says that we teased League Play at the reveal. That happened. I take accountability for it. I was the one who said it. I did it because I believed in our plan and our ability to execute our plan. I stood on stage before and said, we are doing this, and we did it. I stood on stage before and said, we are doing this, and then something happened where we couldn't. I truly and completely understand the frustrations around it. All of us do. I'm so sorry that you feel let down here. Things happen. Tough decisions on priorities have to be made. Things change that are not always totally within our control. We also can't have it both ways. We can either never talk about anything until it's done, more than a few people in the organization think this is the best approach right now. Or we can talk about what we'd like to do, what we want to do, what we are doing, what you want us to do, whether we will or will not, and why. However, transparency is not a promise. It requires an understanding that all things are subject to change, and that what you want, what others want, what the studio or business wants or demands are not always the same. You will not like everything you hear. You have to be okay with that, and you have to be okay with expressing that in a constructive and helpful way. I'm so sorry that you feel let down. Whether you choose to believe me or not, you didn't get sold vaporware. The studio is working its butt off to make good on its commitments to our fans. Things are going to happen that get in the way of that. All any of us can do is just keep driving forward." So I actually appreciate Vaughn's comments here about League Play and just saying that Treyarch knows the community's frustrations and that they were planning on this for launch, but it wasn't able to happen and it got delayed several times. And that, ultimately there are two approaches to doing things, that they can just not announce anything until it's actually out, or they can actually talk about it beforehand and say, this is what we want to do. And I personally prefer the second approach. I like transparency with things. I like it when people are transparent and say, okay, this is what I'm doing right now. This is my goal. This is what I'm working on, rather than nothing and then all of a sudden, hey, here's a product. Here's the final thing. I'd rather kind of be kept up to date. And a lot of people have made comments that Treyarch should put out a roadmap for the game that kind of details when we can come to expect certain features and content for the game. That way, maybe And if they put out a roadmap, they could say, okay, February, we're going to get this new Season 3 that'll have, 2 new multiplayer maps, 2 new zombies map, a new Blackout map, a new loot stream stuff. And then say April or something, we're going to get another season with Season 4. And all, this and that and this and that, all this different stuff. And I think that Treyarch is definitely looking into doing stuff like this. Vaughn is very aware of the community's frustrations on Reddit, Twitter, everywhere about just like the current state of the game. And I mean, honestly, I think that Treyarch is doing a great job with Black Ops 4. And he even went on to say on Twitter, talking about how the seasons of Black Ops 4 are different than the DLCs that we've had in previous Call of Duty games. So I'll link these tweets down in the description if you guys want to open it up and read them. But Vaughn basically said that Season 3 isn't very far away, that Season 3 is actually going to be coming sometime this month, but that the seasons that Black Ops 4 has are very different than the DLC drops that we've gotten in every single previous Call of Duty game. So I mean, from clear back to even like Black Ops 1, we had 4 DLCs. Modern Warfare 3, we had 4 DLCs. Black Ops 2, we had 4 DLCs, and so on and so forth. Like every single game up until now has had 4 DLC map packs, and this is the only one where we're not having set DLC season drops. And now they're doing different things where, okay, in December they released a new update for Hijacks, as well as a new zombies map and multiplayer maps and stuff. And they're just kind of taking it slow and just kind of changing things, slowly and over, the course of the months that go by. And he says also that Treyarch is having a hard time kind of learning and adapting to this new change of seasons rather than the DLC drops, because, I mean, ultimately for like 10 years, this is what Treyarch has been doing, is making all these DLCs, and that's been their routine, making 4 DLCs for every game. They make the game, and then they do 4 DLC drops, but now they actually have to like not do that. They make the game, and then they have to do different content rather than just maps. So they have to put in a whole lot of new stuff. And I think that Treyarch is learning and is definitely trying their best to do this. But I think that they can do better, and that's just my personal opinion. I think that, in a lot of things, they can do better, and the community can do better on kind of understanding Treyarch's, position with all this different stuff. But I think it'll all work out in the end. So now let's talk about this new Blackout map. Let's talk about these new changes to it and all the teases and other things that we're getting for Blackout. This is why you guys clicked on the video, and we're not going to tease you guys anymore. Here it is. So today Treyarch has added in some new teasers for Black Ops 4 in the Blackout mode for this next map that's going to be coming with this next operation, this next season of Black Ops 4. So there are 2 major teasers for Black Ops 4 that are scattered around the Black Ops 4 Blackout map right now. So there is one of them that is this weird little metal plate thing that is out here in the desert area of the map, the southeast desert, and it's this weird circle metal thing that's just here, and it wasn't here before, so this was just barely added in today to show, a little new teaser towards this. And this is where you guys can find it here on the map. A lot of people have made comments that this kind of looks like a teleporter piece from Zombies, so I think that'd be kind of cool, as well as we also have over here on this side of the map, we have what looks like a little stop sign kind of thing. So it's just a red little circle. It's made out of wood, and it's just hidden right over here. So it's some sort of sign or alert sign or something like that. And we also now have these little surveying stakes that have popped up all around the map, and they are usually around these dirt roads of the map. So a lot of people have spotted these out, and but we don't know exactly what this is going to be. They're found all over the place. I've had people say that you can find these up by firing range. Other people say that you can find them over by Lighthouse. I personally was able to find some right over here, kind of by Rivertown, south of Rivertown, over by the desert area. And then I've also seen people also be able to find them over in the desert by those orange houses and stuff. A user on Reddit, on the Black Ops 4 subreddit, they posted this teaser and posted all these things on Reddit. And Treyarch actually replied to the thread just saying, quote, "interesting ... And what's also interesting is that Treyarch's official Twitter account actually changed their profile picture and their profile banner to 2 of these new teasers. So this is what their new Twitter looks like. So obviously, they are teasing it from their own Twitter place as well. And this is going to be part of the new Blackout update. So we know that there's going to be new areas added into the Blackout map, but we don't know exactly what this is. A lot of people said, hey, it's probably going to be somewhere over in the desert, because there's not a lot of open space over there, and there's a lot of space that you can actually put something there. There's no buildings over there. There's just the turbines, and that's about it. So that is pretty much all we have about Black Ops 4's new Blackout update. We do know that this will be coming this month. The current operation for Black Ops 4 is ending here in just barely over a week. So on February 19th is when we are scheduled to actually get this new operation and stuff. So this is when we're going to be able to get our new zombies map, our new Blackout update, as well as the new multiplayer maps. I have videos talking about the 2 new multiplayer maps. Those were leaked, as well as the zombies maps. So you guys should totally check those out on the channel. But that is pretty much it. Let me know you guys' thoughts on this in the comments down below. What do you guys think this stuff is? I do definitely think that it looks like a teleporter, but all these different surveying stakes all over the map are kind of interesting. I don't know how they all connect. So let me know you guys' thoughts and theories and stuff in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification bell, and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.